Hey everybody, going to take a few minutes here to explain what you need to do to complete the week 2 discussion. We're looking at another poem this week. It is called My Papa's Waltz by Theodore Redka, and it's not a very long poem, a little longer than the one from week 1 though, but I am going to read it for you and then go through the questions that you need to answer in your discussion post. Okay? So, My Papa's Waltz. The whiskey on your breath could make a small boy dizzy, but I hung on like death. Such waltzing was not easy. We romped until the pans slid from the kitchen shelf. My mother's countenance could not unfrown itself. The hand that held my wrist was battered on one knuckle. At every step you missed, my right ear scraped a buckle. You beat time on my head with a palm caked hard by dirt, then waltzed me off to bed, still clinging to your shirt. So that's the poem. Question 1 that you need to answer is, what do you think is going on in this poem? Not how to, I'm not looking for opinions or feelings per se, although it might make you feel a certain way, and you can certainly include that in your discussion, but I'm really asking for, what do you think is going on in this poem? What is happening? What is it about? And then in question 2, you then have to point out the specific words or lines that make you think that's what it's about, right? You have to show us your evidence to back up your conclusion about the poem. Do not use outside sources whatsoever. Okay, I cannot stress this enough. There is no pressure here. If you get it wrong, it's okay. Okay? It's just to try. It's just to use those critical thinking skills. We don't even care that it's a poem, right? Don't even get caught up in the fact that this is a poem. It's just something you're reading, and you're trying to figure out what it's about. You're just trying to use critical thinking skills. That's it. Right? So just do your best. All right? Try to figure it out and try to, use as many examples from the poem itself to back up your idea of the poem. Look up words, too. There might be a few words in there that, you're not quite familiar with. We don't use on an everyday basis. Look them up if you need to. But that's the only thing you should be looking up. Okay? Just a dictionary for you. That's it. Just try. Again, doesn't matter that it's a poem. Don't let that hang you up. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not good at poetry. I don't understand poems at all. I can't do this. This is, and then they start to freak out, and that makes them more and more tempted to go to the internet, right? Don't. It doesn't matter that it's a poem. All that matters is just using your brain in a way that we normally don't on a day-to-day basis. It's just sharpening those critical thinking skills in a new way. Do your best. See what you think the poem's about. Point out, 3 or 4 words or lines that helped you come to that conclusion. And don't just look at one section of the poem, right? Look at the whole poem. What from start to finish, what are we talking about? What is being shown to us? Try to have your first post up by Thursday night so that everyone has plenty of classmates in time to respond to 2 people. It's going to stay open during week 3, but of course, if you post to it during week 3, it'll be at a 50% point reduction. So do your best to have it done on time so you don't lose out on those easy points. Just do your best, and in the Journal 3 assignment, there will be a follow-up where I go through this poem with you, okay? So you don't need to look for all the right answers right now. Try on your own, and then we will get to the correct interpretation next week, okay? If you have any questions or run into any technical difficulties, please reach out. I will try to help however I can. Otherwise, just do your best, okay? and use those critical thinking skills, and we will see what everyone has to say about this poem.